today because we're making my favorite cookie. It's a snickerdoodle cookie. You guys remember the different types of cookies that we made last class? I mean, that we talked about last class? What do you think snickerdoodle would fall into?
Cinnamon.
Cookie.
Wait, I read it wrong in mine.
Rolled cookies, yeah. Not rolled, actually. Roll, we do roll them, but rolled cookies means that you rolled it with a rolling pin. So does anybody have another guess of what kind of cookies that snickerdoodle would be? Well, okay, so in
Refrigerator.
not refrigerated.
Well, it's still like the amount you take, you need a thing and then you roll it.
Okay, you roll with your hands, right? So what is that called when you molding, right? We mold it with our hands.
Oh, I said moldy, like
So making molded cookies.
fungus.
Alright. A couple different things, guys. Snickerdoodle cookies. Go ahead and take out your little. Did I give you the recipes? Yeah, you guys got the recipes? Alright. So everything on your ingredient list is all familiar to you except for one ingredient. What do you see?
Tartar.
Here's what tartar, yeah. Here's tartar. It is in these two little containers here for you guys. It's like a white powder, okay? Why do you think that we scream tartar?
I don't know what fire is hard.
It is a spice, but we don't use it for the flavor. What is not in your ingredient list
Flour.
that we normally use to make things rise? Baking powder, right? So we're gonna replace it with this as a way to do what?
Blood. Make it float.
Make it fluffy and big, and what do we call it? Starts with an L?
Levitate.
Levator. It's not levitating on the ground, it's like raised, frozen ground. Alright, cinnamon and sugar, you guys go to the bottom of your ingredient list and it says cinnamon sugar. Make sure that you separate those ingredients separately, okay? Don't mix them in your cookie because they won't give you the same texture. Alright, so number one says, table one, will you read number one, please?
Preheat oven to 325 degrees. Find a baking sheet with parchment paper and set aside.
Alright, so table six, your guys' oven cooks lower, so I'm gonna have you guys at 350 today, okay? I'll put it on the board in case you guys forget. Just kitchen six. Alright, table two, number two.
Cream butter. Granulated sugar and light brown sugar together or medium speed until light and fluffy 2 to 3 minutes.
Alright, so what does cream butter mean? What kind of state is the butter in? A what? A fluffy state, yeah. So you're gonna take your electric mixer, you guys pay attention. You gotta take your electric mixer with your butter, okay? And your butter, let me try to take it out. Your butter is going to be cold, so you're going to put it in your microwave for 5 seconds, and you're going to flip it over and put it in for 5 seconds, okay? So do not let your butter get super, super melty, okay? You want your butter to be nice and firm, but still like mushy, okay? You're going to cream it with your electric mixer. That means mix it around till it gets nice and fluffy, almost like a frosting texture that you would use to frost cupcakes or cookies. And then you're going to add your egg in. Okay, do not crack your egg over because what can happen while you're mixing is if you accidentally get egg in there, the shell, and you're mixing it at the same time, it's going to be a hot mess. So make sure you turn off your mixer, crack it, or crack it in another bowl if you guys are using your mixer at the same time. And let's see. After that, you're going to use your cookie scooper. So you got a couple different options. You can create your own molds. Okay, you can just grab the dough, create your own mold. You can use the small cookie scooper to make more cookies, or you could use the big cookie scooper to make less, but they come out like more of the restaurant style where they're kind of big and like this big. So, and you can also make one giant cookie. The only thing is that your cookies need to be the same size per baking sheet. So if you want to make 12 regular size cookies, okay, they're all going to bake at the same time. And then on the other sheet, you want to make a baby one and or a big one, okay? The thing that happens is if you have different size cookies, they're all going to cook at different times, and you might have some that are burnt to make the big ones cooked all the way, or you might have them soggy to make the little ones cook the right way. So make sure they're all the same size. Make sure your kitchen has a plan as what you guys want to do. Don't just make one giant big cookie and then expect that you're going to take it and not share. You know what I mean? Okay, any questions about the snickerdoodle cookies? Okay, today on the board, we got kitchen manager. Okay, I know you guys already know this, but I'm going to go over again. Kitchen managers, you guys are going to make sure that all the duties are complete before you turn in the duty checklist. Okay, all the unfinished items will become your responsibility. Okay, so it's like your job to run the kitchen. It's also your job, if you've ever made snickerdoodle cookies before, or you read the recipe and something that your cook is doing is not like, you're like, I don't know if that's right. Ask them, like, did you measure this? Are we using the right measurements? Why does this group look like this and ours doesn't? Okay, yesterday I had a group roll their dough in just plain cinnamon. And I don't even know how they got that. So, do yourself a favor. Don't just sit back and be like, oh, well, I saw them do it, but I didn't say anything, okay? You guys are eating it at the end, so I would hope that you speak up. And it's a teaching moment for your classmates as well. And at the very end, yes. Oh, yes. Yes, thank you. I will be there. They're my favorite donuts. Okay, the last thing, guys, is when you take your cookie to check for doneness, okay, what you're going to do is lift up the little parchment paper, this stuff right here, and if your cookie stays together, that's how you know your cookie's done. Okay, it's going to be a solid object. If your cookie is like folding in half or it's still mushy, your cookie's not done. So most cookies cook between 12 and 15 minutes, so just check for that. And that's with the little scooper. So if you use the big scooper or make a big cookie, it's going to be in there for longer. The cookies will continue to cook once you take them out of the oven. So make sure that they're not hard in the oven, or else your cookies are going to be very crunchy when you take them out. Alright, any questions? Alright, cool. I'm going to put on Christmas music. Your aprons are already in your kitchen because I've had a little bit of time. And good to go.
Why are you lifting so up? It's so nice, guys. It's great.
We don't need Gordon Ramsay, we got Eric Morning.
Oh, he's a giant. I ain't gotta go. I get my credit summary. Wait, don't you have one? I want you to I know, huh?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.